All right, ladies, we're going to go ahead and get started. So coming to your comfortable seat, we're starting as per usual in your comfortable seat. Welcome, welcome to your weekly Tuesday morning practice. And grow long and tall in your spine as you come to your version of your comfortable seat. Keep in mind with all of these lovely chairs that are around us that if seated comfortable down on the ground is not an option, you can always be seated in a chair until we begin to move. Let your shoulders be soft down your back, soften your face, neck, and jaw. Bring your tongue off of the roof of your mouth. And let your hands rest in your lap. Wherever is comfortable, perhaps you rest them in a certain position, such as a mudra, or perhaps you just let them hang softly. And begin to tune in to your breath pattern. So feeling your inhales expanding your belly, side bodies, and chest. And then feeling your exhales relaxing all of those areas back down towards your back body. And just gently taking a moment to notice what you are showing up with this morning. What sort of energy you are bringing with you to your mat. No judgments, just observations. And we continue this week with our exploration, our movement exploration of the 7 main chakras. So just as a quick rundown reminder, chakra translates to, it's a Sanskrit word for sphere or wheel. And so our 7 main chakras are located in the area of our subtle body or energy body, such as our aura, which surrounds our physical body. And the 7 main chakras travel from the area of our tailbone all the way up to the crown of our head. And so we have reached the 4th chakra this week. This one is my absolute favorite. And this is the chakra that is located in the area of the heart of our physical body. So the Anahata chakra, the heart chakra. And so this chakra is signified by the color green. Its element is air. And of course, it's located in the very center of our chest. So in the area that is generally in the area, of course, of our physical heart. And so, of course, this chakra is all about love. Love, compassion, kindness. And caring. And so I love the idea when we are exploring the theme of this chakra. Of course, our movements are going to be heart openers, a lot of heart opening movements this morning. But I love the idea of bringing this back to an idea of self-love. And so that is going to be our theme this week, is self-love. You can't pour from an empty cup. So we always talk about projecting ourselves onto others and extending love to others. But I firmly believe that begins with ourselves. So extending love and compassion to ourselves. And so as you move throughout your practice, may you move in such a way that supports and extends self-love. And may your self-love nurture and foster into your heart in such a way that you can share love with others more authentically. So a quick interesting note about our physical heart before we begin our practice, before we begin with some breath work and then some movement. Our heart emits an electromagnetic field that extends several feet away from our physical and even our subtle bodies. So if you ever get that feeling when you're around somebody, that nurturing, loving feeling, just that general good vibe kind of feeling, perhaps their heart is emitting a very loving frequency and vibe. And if you come into contact with somebody who is the opposite, perhaps you can tune into your own heart space and help to send positive and loving energy to that person. And so we're going to begin with 3 simple breaths, beginning at the bottom of the belly and then rising up through the midsection with the inhale. And the top of the inhale lands at our heart space at the top of the chest. And then we'll exhale to release all of that back down. So we're going to do that 3 times. Inhale, bottom of the belly, rising up through the midsection. Top of the inhale expands as far as you can into your heart center, the top of your chest. And then exhale, release all of that back down with the bottom of the exhale landing at the bottom of your belly. Inhale, bottom of the belly, rising up through the midsection, expanding as far as you can at the top of your chest. And then exhale, releasing back down. Bottom of the exhale lands at the bottom of the belly. Last one here. Inhale, bottom of the belly, rising up through the midsection, expanding out nice and deep at the top of your heart space, at the top of your chest. And then exhale, release all of that back down. Slowly flutter your eyes open. You're going to place your palms somewhere in between your knees and your hips, so on your thighs. We're going to begin with seated spinal breathing. So this is a very nice way to help open up through your heart space. So we'll inhale and we'll arc the spine, draw the shoulders down the back, look up high, so opening up nice and bright through the heart space. And then exhale, we'll round the spine, let the fingertips float forward towards the knees, chin towards the chest. We're going to do 10 of these. Inhale, arc the spine, look up high, shoulders down the back, nice bright heart. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, palms float back towards the hips. We arc the spine, look up high. Exhale, fingertips glide forward towards the knees, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, arc the spine, look up high, nice bright heart. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, we arc the spine, look up high, shrug the shoulders down the back. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, arc the spine, look up high, shoulders down the back. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. And we've got 5 more. Inhale, arc the spine, look up high, shoulders down the back. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, we arc and look up, nice bright heart. Exhale, we round, chin to chest, navel to spine, fingertips float forward towards the knees. 3 more. Inhale, arc the spine, look up. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, we arc and look up, nice bright heart. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Last one. Inhale, we arc and look up high, nice bright heart. Exhale, round, nice and deep, chin to chest, navel to spine, round the spine. Next inhale, we come back to a neutral seated position. As we exhale, we're going to make our way to a tabletop position. So removing your props if you're like me and you have those guys. These days in my practice, I don't know what I would do without my props. So tabletop position, shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. Pressing down firmly through the 4 corners of your palms. Your toes can be tucked or not. That is your choice. And on our next inhale, gripping the mat with the finger pads, we're going to drop our belly, raise our hips, look up high, nice bright heart for our cat-cows. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine, press the earth away. Inhale, we drop the belly, raise the hips, look up high. And then exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Just 3 of these since we just did this seated. Inhale, we drop the belly, raise the hips, look up high. Exhale, press the earth away, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Next inhale, we come back to our neutral tabletop position. Exhale to stay. Shrug the tops of the shoulder heads down and away from the ears. So that really stabilizes the upper body and helps to bring strength in. Next inhale, we're going to peel the heart open to the right, raise the right fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, we're going to thread the needle. So we're going to bring the top of the right hand under the left arm, right cheek to the earth. Left elbow, hips, and hips are up towards the sky. Next inhale, peel your heart open even more to the left. Let your gaze come up over your left shoulder. Exhale to stay. Take a deep breath in right here. And exhale. Next inhale, we'll come out the way we went in. So press into the left palm. Rise the right fingertips up towards the sky. And then exhale. Right palm and left one are on the earth. Next inhale, we're going to walk our fingertips or our palms forward. So you're going to explore what works best for you in this position. Palms down is a little less strenuous, a little less challenging. Exhale, you're going to bring your forehead and heart down towards the earth. So your third eye center, your forehead touches down with the earth here. This is our Anahata asana, heart opening or puppy pose. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, perhaps you draw the very center of your palms up and tent your fingertips. So once again, that's a deep stretch here in your shoulders. So just be mindful of that. And then, so that's an option. You do not have to do that. Take a deep breath in to breathe deeply into your heart space here. Exhale, navel to spine. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale. Take another deep breath in through the nose, breathing deeply into your heart space. Imagining that spinning wheel, spinning uninhibited, bright green. And then exhale. If your fingers are tented, release your palms back down. Inhale, drag your hands back towards your body. Draw your chin in towards your chest. And then exhale, we meet back in our tabletop position. We're going to explore our thread the needle on the other side, pressing firmly into your right palm. Next inhale, heart peels open to the left. Left fingertips up towards the sky. And then exhale, we thread the needle to the right. So left cheek is on the earth. Top of the left hand extends out to the right. Right elbow and hips are up towards the sky. Inhale, peel your right shoulder down your back. See if you can bring your gaze up behind you. And exhale to stay. Take another deep breath in right here. And exhale. Next inhale will come out the way we went in. So peeling your heart open to the left fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, we will walk our hands out in front of us. So both hands are on the earth. Let your hips travel down towards your heels for your child's pose. So always feeling free to prop your hips if you need. Third eye center is on the earth. Fingertips are extended out in front of you. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, lower the spine. Fullest, deepest inhale, expanding through your belly and into your heart space, your heart center. Exhale, lower the spine. Take another deep breath in through the nose. And exhale. Next inhale, look up in between your hands. As you exhale, you're going to walk your hands back. And you're going to make your way to seated on your heels. So for me, that means seated on a block. Because my poor little knees are much happier that way. So I put a blanket on my block. And then I sit down on it and hope that it doesn't fall. I always have to fool with it to get it right. There we go. All right. So seated on your heels, sitting up nice and tall. Letting your hands rest on your thighs. So palms can be facing up towards the sky or palms can be resting downwards on your thighs. Let your shoulders be soft down your back. Let your face, neck, and jaw be soft. And we're going to do another 10 rounds of our spinal breathing. So take a deep inhale, arc the spine, look up towards the sky, shoulders down the back. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, we arc, look up towards the sky, shoulders down the back, draw your palms back. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, we arc and look up high. Exhale, we round, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, we arc and look up, shoulders down the back. Exhale, we round, let your fingertips float forward. Inhale, we arc and look up high, shoulders down the back. Exhale, we round, chin to chest, navel to spine. 5 more. Inhale, we arc and look up high. Exhale, we round, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, we arc and look up high. Exhale, we round, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, we arc and look up high, shoulders down the back, nice bright heart. Exhale, we round, chin to chest, navel to spine. 2 more. Inhale, we arc and look up high, brightening through our heart space. Exhale, we round, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, we arc and look up high. Last one. Exhale, we round, chin to chest, navel to spine. Inhale, we come back to a neutral position. Then as we exhale, we're going to walk our hands forward, coming through our tabletop position. And we're going to meet with our hips hinged after we curl our toes in our downward facing dog. And so downward facing dog, of course, we practice this pretty much with all of our sequences here. But downward facing dog is absolutely a great heart opening posture. So you're opening your heart towards the earth. So pressing down through the 4 corners of the palms at the tops of the shoulder heads, move down and away from the ears. Perhaps you find some movement by pedaling your feet, bending your knees, shaking your head, yes and no. And perhaps you twist your torso from side to side, making this a nice flowy movement. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Breath out, navel to spine. Coming back to center, back to stillness. Next breath in, we press the earth away, look up in between the hands. Breath out, we walk our hands up in between our feet. Big toes can touch or feet can be hip distance. Breath in, we extend fingertips behind as we rise up to our Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Breath out, bring the nose towards the knees to fold. Keeping a deep bend or slight bend in your knees, whatever is necessary for your body this morning. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale to stay. Take another deep breath in here. And exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale. Next inhale, reverse swan dive. Arms come out and up. Let palms touch on top. Arc slightly into the spine. And then as you exhale, touching palms land at heart center. Next inhale, touching palms, rise up to the sky once again. Arc into the spine if you have the space. Exhale, swan dive down, leading with your nice bright open heart into your forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands on the shins. We rise up to a flat back, shoulders down the back. Exhale, plant your fingertips, step your right toes back, and drop your right knee down to the earth for your sun salutations. Feeling free to pad under that back knee if necessary with your blanket. Next, inhale, fingertips rise up nice and high, torso stacks over the hips. Reaching high towards the sky, gently guide your right hip forward, left hip back. Exhale, turn your pinkies towards each other and let your hips sink down towards the earth. Beautiful. Inhale deeply in through the nose. Exhale, you're going to float your fingertips down, clasp them underneath of your sacrum. Inhale, we shrug the shoulders down the back. Nice, bright heart. Exhale, with the shoulders shrugged, see if you can draw your chin down toward your chest. So nice little neck stretch here. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Breath out, we release. Breath in, all 10 fingertips frame the front foot. Straighten your back leg, tops of the shoulder heads down and away from the ears. So drawing in towards your core keeps this nice and stable. And then exhale to plant your palms and step to your downward facing dog. Pressing down firmly through the four corners of the palms, grip your mat with your finger pads. Inhale, bend your knees, raise your heels and hips up towards the sky. And then exhale, heels and heart melt down towards the earth. Chin in towards your chest. Inhale, we roll our bodies forward into our plank pose. Feel free to drop your knees down right away or stay on your knees. Exhale, actually, drop your knees. Chest and chin, elbows close to the ribs. And then inhale, we release the entire front side of our body. Release all 10 toenails. Feel your heart up for your Bhujangasana Cobra pose. Look up towards the sky. Nice bright hearts we have. Exhale to curl toes. Hinge hips into our downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Next, inhale, you're going to float the right toes up to the sky behind you. See if you can keep your shoulders squared. Exhale to round the spine. Draw the right knee in towards the nose. Float your shoulders over your wrists. However you can get it there. Step that right foot in between the hands. Dropping your left heel off towards the right back corner of the mat. Check that your right heel and the arch of the left foot are in close alignment. So that helps for the more proper alignment in this posture that we're going into, which is inhale into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1 posture. Exhale, bend into that right knee and turn your pinkies towards each other. I love doing that little movement because it turns on different areas in our arms. Inhale, reach high through all 10 fingertips. Exhale, 2, drop your hands down, clasp your fingers below your sacrum. That's one of our little themes for our heart-opening postures this morning. Inhale, shrug the shoulders down the back. See if you can draw your gaze up towards the sky. Exhale, humble warrior. So you are bringing your head on the inside of your right knee. Take a deep breath in. See if you can not fall over like I almost just did. Extend your clasped fingers up over your head. If that's too much for your shoulders, you can always leave them resting on your sacrum, your lower back, above your sacrum. Exhale to stay. Take another deep breath in here. Exhale, release the clasp of the fingers. Let all 10 fingers frame your front foot. Inhale, we kick off of the back leg. Rise the left toes up towards the sky. Exhale, see if you can square your hips and draw your nose down towards your right knee. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, draw your left knee in towards center. Press into your right foot and see if you can make your way up into your Vrikshasana tree pose. Please feel free to hold on to your chair if that is necessary. Palms touch at heart center. Sole of the left foot presses on the inside of the right thigh. Find a drishti or gaze point. Take a deep breath in. Soften your shoulders, neck, face, and jaw. Exhale to release. Inhale, we sit down into our chair pose. So both feet hit the ground, bend into your knees. Exhale to stay. Inhale, rise your fingertips a little higher. Exhale, straighten your legs, swan dive down, arms out to the side. Nose towards the knees to fold. Take a deep breath in. Let your palms rest on your shins. Rise up to a flat back. Exhale to plant your fingertips and step your right toes back, dropping your right knee down to the earth. So we're coming back to our low lunge position, but this time it's monkey lunge. So next, inhale, clasp your fingers, rise your torso to stack over your hips. Your palms with clasped fingers rest on your left knee. And then exhale, sink your hips down towards the earth. Take a deep breath in through the nose, shrug the shoulders down the back, nice bright heart. Exhale, perhaps you grab a hold of your block, or you're going to rest your right palm on the earth, on the inside of your left foot. And then inhale, we come in to a low lunge twist. So we're twisting our heart open to the left fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale to stay. Inhale, rise those left fingertips a little higher. Nice, bright heart. Exhale, float the left fingertips down. All 10 fingertips frame your front foot, so your left foot. Inhale, curl your back toes, straighten your back leg. Exhale, we're going to set up for triangle pose. So turning your right heel towards the long edge of the mat, straighten your left leg. You may want to use a block on any of the settings. So the higher up it is, the less challenging it is. So resting your left hand on the earth, your shin or the block. Inhale, peel your heart open to the right fingertips up high. Beautiful work, ladies. Exhale to stay. Inhale, we peel our heart open even further to the right, reaching high through the right fingertips. And exhale, float your right hand down to the earth. Inhale, frame your front foot with all 10 fingers. Kick off of your back foot, so your right foot coming into your standing splits. Beautiful. Exhale 2. Let your right big toe meet your left. And nose towards the knees to fold. Inhale, float your fingertips up behind you, coming into a flat back. Exhale, plant your fingertips in front of your feet. Heel toe your feet as wide as your mat. So we're setting up for a wide-legged fold position here. Inhale, float all 10 fingers up behind you once again. Clasp them together behind your back. Exhale, bring the crown of the head down towards the earth, bending into your knees as much as you need. So we're going to be here for just a couple of breaths, so perhaps you sway from side to side, shaking your head, yes and no. And having your clasped fingers on your sacrum is always an option if it's too deep of an opening in your shoulders. Getting nice and deep into those shoulders helps to get more deeply into the heart chakra opening. All in the same relatable area. Take a deep breath in to expand. Exhale to release. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale. Take another deep breath in here. Coming back to center, back to stillness. Exhale, release the clasp of the fingers. Inhale, all 10 fingers land on the earth. We rise up to a flat back. And then exhale, we heel toe our feet back into big toes touching or feet hip distance. Next, inhale, reverse swan dive. Arms come out, palms touch up top, arcing slightly into the spine. Exhale, touching palms land at heart center. All right, all of that stuff on the other side. Touching palms together, we rise them up towards the sky, arc into the spine as we inhale. Exhale, we swan dive down into our Uttanasana forward fold. Inhale, hands on the shins, we rise it up to a flat back. Exhale, fingertips plant, step the left toes back this time, dropping the left knee down to the earth. Right knee stacked over right ankle, and remember you can always pad under that left knee. Inhale, fingertips forward and up, torso stacks over the hips. Reaching your fingertips up high, gently drag your left hip forward, right hip back. Exhale, let your pinkies face each other and let your hips sink down towards the earth. Take a deep breath in through the nose, gently arcing into the spine. Breath out, we float our palms down towards the earth. Clasp our fingers together under our sacrum. Beautiful. Inhale, shrug the shoulders down the back. Look up towards the sky. Nice, bright heart. And then exhale, we release the clasp of the fingers. Let them frame the front foot. Inhale 2, straighten the back leg, tops of the shoulder heads down and away from the ears. Exhale, plant your palms and make your way to your Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, pressing into the four corners of the palms, grip the mat with the finger pads, bend the knees, raise the heels and hips up high. Exhale, heels and heart. Melt down to the earth. Beautiful job. Chin in towards the chest. We inhale and roll our bodies forward into our plank pose. Exhale to lower knees, chest, and then chin. And then inhale, release the entire front side of the body, all 10 toenails. Peel the heart up for Bhujangasana Cobra Pose. Exhale to curl toes, hinge hips, downward facing dog. Next, inhale, we float the left toes up towards the sky. See if you can keep your shoulders squared here. Exhale, round the spine. Draw your left knee to your nose. Bring your shoulders over your wrists. And however you can get it there, bring your left foot in between your hands. Dropping your right heel off to face the left back corner of the mat. Checking your heel to arch alignment here. So seeing if you can keep the left heel in line with the right arch. Inhale, we're going to float all 10 fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, turn your pinkies towards each other, bend deeply into your left knee. So we're in our Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1 position. Take a deep breath in, reach high through the fingertips. Breath out, let the palms float down towards the earth. Clasp your fingers at your sacrum. Breath in, we arc into the spine, shrug the shoulders down the back. We are super bright in our heart chakra area. Exhale, 2. Come into your humble warrior. So bringing your head on the inside of your left knee, rising your hands up over your head if you can. If that does not work in your body, please by all means, bring your hands to rest on your lower back. So remembering self-love, and self-love absolutely can translate into modification of poses. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Breath out. Next breath in. Actually let your hands rest on your lower back, or bring them down to your lower back. Unclasp your fingers. And breath out, we kick off of the back leg. Breath in, we rise those right toes up towards the sky. Breath out, nose down towards our left knee. Take a deep breath in right here. Breath out, draw the right knee in towards center. Breath in, we're going to float, and if you touch your toes down, it does not count as cheating. We're going to float the right knee up towards our chest. Breath out, we meet in our Vrikshasana tree pose. I need to kickstand on this side. Self-love, I'm going to kickstand. So using your right toes down on the earth as a kickstand absolutely is still Vrikshasana tree pose. Take a deep breath in, let your palms touch at heart center, tuck your tailbone up towards your belly button, draw your shoulders down your back. Breath out to stay. Finding a drishti, a gaze point, helps with balance. Take a deep breath in. You ladies look beautiful. Breath out, draw your right knee back in towards your chest. Stepping your right big toe to meet your left. Breath in, we rise our fingertips up, bend into the knees. Breath out, we meet in our Utkatasana chair pose. Take a deep breath in, turn your pinkies towards each other. Rise them up towards the sky. Breath out, leading with your nice, bright, open heart. We come in to our forward fold position. Perhaps you bring opposite hands to opposite elbows for this forward fold. Let your body sway from side to side. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, navel to spine. Take another deep breath in right here. And exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale, bottom of the belly, rising up through the midsection, landing in the top of your chest. And exhale, come back to center, back to stillness. Release the grip of your elbows if you have it. Next inhale, we rise up to a flat back. Float your fingertips up behind you. Exhale, fingertips plant, and we're going to step the left toes back and drop the left knee down to the earth. So we're coming back into that monkey lunge position. Inhale, 2, clasp all 10 fingers together. Let them rest right above your right knee. Let your torso stack over your hips. And then exhale, releasing the grip of your hands. Perhaps you use your block on the inside of your right foot. Let your left hand rest on the block or the earth. Inhale, low lunge twist. So we're twisting our heart open to the right. Right fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, maybe hips sink down lower, shoulders shrug down the back. Beautiful, ladies. Take a deep breath in, reaching high through your fingertips. Breath out, we release. Move your block prop over if you have it. Breath in, all 10 fingertips frame the front foot, straighten the back leg, tops of the shoulder heads down and away from the ears. Breath out, we're going to make our way to our triangle pose. So stepping that back foot closer to the front one definitely helps for space in the hamstring. Using a block on the outside or inside of the right foot is also helpful. Remember, we're exhibiting self-love here. Next, inhale to feel your heart open to the left. Left fingertips go up towards the sky. Exhale to stay. Take a deep breath in. Reach higher through the left fingertips. Nice, bright heart. Exhale, take another deep breath in, reaching high here. Exhale, we float the left fingertips forward and down, bend into the front knee. Inhale, we come back into our low runner's lunge position. And then exhale, we plant our fingertips and make our way through a tabletop position. And then bring your heart and your head, your face down towards the earth. Extend out through your palms back to your puppy pose. So your toes can be curled or not. That is totally your choice. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale to stay. Take another deep breath in here. And exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale. See if you can tent your fingertips. So that gives you a little extra opening in your shoulders that may or may not work in your body. No need to go further if it's not suitable today. And exhale, we release our palms down. Inhale, chin in towards the chest. Let your palms glide back towards you. And then exhale, we're going to come to sit on our heels once again. And I will use my little makeshift seat here. And once you are sitting on your heels, let your shoulders melt down your back. Grow long and tall in your spine. Soften your face, neck, and jaw. Close your eyes down. Bring one palm to rest on your heart space, and then the other palm to rest on top of that one. And just take 3 deep breaths right here. So inhale, beginning at the bottom of the belly, rising up through the midsection, landing at the top of the chest. Exhale, navel to spine. Bottom of the exhale lands at the bottom of the belly. Inhale, beginning at the bottom of the belly, rising up through the midsection. Very top of the inhale lands at your heart space. Nice, bright, open heart here. And exhale to release all the way back down. Bottom of the exhale lands at the bottom of the belly. Fullest, deepest inhale, bottom of the belly, rising up through the midsection, landing at the top of the chest. And then exhale all the way down, navel to spine. Slowly flutter your eyes open, releasing your palms from your heart space. And then we'll make our way to a seated position. Seated all the way down on the earth. And once you get to a seat, your knees are bent. Feet are as wide as your hips. Pull the flesh of the bum out from underneath of you. Bringing your palms behind you, you're going to walk your chest back because we're going to do a seated thread the needle posture. I find for this, if I lean back to cross that ankle over that knee, it gives me a little more space to begin with. Starting out nice and gentle. So you're crossing your right ankle over your left knee. Take a deep inhale here, in through the nose. Expand the shoulders down the back, brightening your heart. As you breathe in, see if you can walk that left foot closer while keeping the right knee away from you. Yes, this is a super deep hip opening stretch. This is a heart-themed sequence, but we're going to open everything. Take a deep breath in, shrug the shoulders down the back, stay nice and bright in the heart. Only go as far as you can. Self-love. So keeping that in mind. Exhale to stay. Take another deep breath in here. And exhale, we unwind and release. So for me, I still have to back up a little bit to release. That's just a gentler, kinder way to get into this posture. All right, same other side. Next, inhale, we're going to back up and cross the left ankle over the right knee. Notice how I raised my hips up there. However you can get there. Exhale, shrug the shoulders down the back. Inhale, we breathe deep into our heart space. Exhale, perhaps you walk the right foot closer and press the left knee away from you. So once again, only go as far as you can. Beautiful work, ladies. 3 breaths right here. Inhale to expand. Exhale to stay. Take another deep breath in here. And exhale. Fullest, deepest inhale. And exhale, we release. Walking your feet straight out. Bring your big toes to touch. Your big toes and your knees. Pointing down through your toes. So we're going to do fish pose on our forearms. So inhale, brighten in through your heart. Shrug your shoulders down your back. As you exhale, come down onto your forearms. So you're just simply coming down, and then your fingertips may or may not touch your bum, the top of your bum. Take a deep inhale here. Shrug the shoulders down the back. Look up towards the sky. Exhale to drop your gaze behind you. So some people that messes with their equilibrium. So feel free to not drop your gaze down if that's too much for you. Keeping your toes pointed, take a deep inhale here, in through the nose. Exhale, navel to spine. Fullest, deepest breath in to expand. And exhale. Take another deep breath in here. And exhale, gently, slowly bringing your gaze back up. And you're going to release all the way down onto your back. Once you get down onto your back, bend your knees, soles of the feet on the earth. So knees and feet are hip distance. Taking a moment to gently tuck your tailbone up towards your belly button. Shrug your shoulders down your back. Draw your chin in towards your chest. Your palms are resting on the earth by your hips. We're going to come into a couple of rounds of bridge pose. Inhale, 2. Press into your feet. Keep your knees hip distance. Rise your hips up about halfway. Exhale to stay. Next, inhale, hips rise just a little bit higher. Keeping the shoulders shrugged down the back, chin in towards the chest. So this helps to keep us in our theme, into our heart chakra, our heart space. Self-love. Exhale to stay. Inhale. See if you can rise your hips a little higher. Exhale. Perhaps you clasp your fingers under your sacrum. And feel how that gives you leverage to possibly walk your shoulders down your back towards each other. And feel the nice opening in your nice bright heart space. Inhale. We rise the hips a little higher if you can. And then exhale, release the clasp of the fingers, unwind your shoulders, and let your hips float down to the earth. All right, so we're going to do those movements 2 more times. Tucking the tailbone up towards the belly button, chin in towards the chest. Unwinding your shoulders, palms are resting by your hips, feet and knees are hip distance. Inhale, press into the feet, rise your hips up about halfway. Exhale to stay. Inhale, hips raise a little bit higher, working to keep your knees hip distance here. Exhale, navel to spine. Inhale, hips rise even higher. Perhaps you clasp your fingers under your sacrum and walk your shoulders onto your back. Exhale to stay. Inhale, maybe hips go up even higher. Maybe not. Exhale to unwind and slowly release. So feel how the repetition of these movements potentially helps the posture be a little more accessible each time. All right, last one for our bridge pose. Inhale, press into the feet. Feet and knees are hip distance. Rise your hips up about halfway. Exhale to stay. Inhale, hips rise even higher. Shoulders shrug down the back. Exhale to stay. So knees are hip distance. Inhale, we rise the hips a little higher, clasping the fingers under the sacrum. Walk your shoulders down your back, chin in towards your chest. And then exhale, we unwind and slowly release. Hips travel back down towards the earth. So tucking your tailbone up toward your belly button. One last time. Chin in towards the chest, relaxing your shoulders back down. Next inhale, we're going to bring our arms into a T or a goalpost shape. So that is totally your choice. And then as we exhale, we're going to rise our hips up just a couple of inches, bump them off to the left, knees touch and fall to the right. And then your gaze comes over towards the left, so our reclined spinal position here. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Breath out to stay. Next breath in, if you have the space, rise your left fingertips up overhead. So, like you're raising your hand in a classroom. Your left fingertips are going to go up above your head, keeping your gaze over, so your head should be resting near your left armpit. Exhale to stay. Take a deep breath in through the nose right here. Perhaps you feel your feet travel toward your sacrum. So that gives you more of a side body stretch. And perhaps not. Perhaps you bring your knees in toward your chest. So these are all options that gives you different sensations in different areas. Exhale to stay. Take another deep breath in, rising up through those left fingertips. And exhale, we release, come back through center. So we're going to do the same other side. Inhale, hips bump over to the right, knees fall to the left. So you're laying on your left side. Exhale, let your gaze come over towards your right hand. Take a deep breath in through the nose to expand, breathing deep into your nice bright heart space. Exhale, navel to spine. Take another deep breath here in through the nose. Breath out, perhaps. Same thing other side. So perhaps you rise your right fingertips up overhead. All this time you think I'd know the difference in sides. Take a deep breath in. Your gaze is resting right in your right armpit. Breath out, navel to spine, fullest, deepest inhale. Exhale to stay. Take another deep breath in. Reach high through those right fingertips. And breath out to release. Come back into center. Bring the soles of the feet as wide as your mat. Your knees are going to touch here. Keeping your arms extended out. And just come into some wide-legged windshield wipers here. So making these nice and deep. Breathing deep here. Coming back to center, back to stillness. Keeping your arms outstretched, you're going to bring the soles of your feet to touch. We're coming into Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly posture. And so the soles of the feet are touching. The knees are bent out to the sides. If the knees bent just floating on up off of the earth bothers you, you can always place blocks under them to support them. Gently tuck your tailbone up towards your belly button. Draw your chin back in towards your chest. Bringing one hand to rest on your heart space and the other palm to rest on top of that one. And just breathing in to your nice, bright green, shiny spinning wheel in the area of your heart center, the area of your heart chakra. I exhibit full amounts of self-love and knowing that I exhibit that utmost amount of self-love means that I can extend loving kindness to others. And just taking a couple of deep breaths here into your heart space to finish. And after 3 or so breaths, you'll make your way to your final Shavasana. So perhaps you remain right here for your final Shavasana. Perhaps you take another supported position. Whatever your body needs to release all of this work we just did down into the earth and come into full and supported rest. And once you've gotten all of your fidgets out and you come to stillness, I highly encourage you during your Shavasana to bring your full attention to heart-centered awareness. And every time your mind wanders, come back to that attention. Beginning once again to deepen your breath. Perhaps you take a long body stretch by rising your arms up overhead, pointing down through your toes, wiggling fingers and toes, circling wrists and ankles, windshield wipering knees or even feet. Maybe you give yourself a hug, drawing your knees in toward your chest, remembering our self-love theme in line with our heart chakra opening. Any other movements you may need to take while still reclined or making your way back to your comfortable seats. Welcome back, welcome back. All right, closing your eyes down one last time. Growing long and tall in your spine. Let your shoulders be soft. Soften your face, neck, and jaw. One last moment, we're going to bring our palm, one of our palms, to rest on our heart center, and the other palm to rest on top of that one. And just breathe into what you feel in your heart space. Notice if it's any different than when we started. Maybe you're a little more open in your heart center, in your heart chakra. And if not now, maybe as you walk out into the world, you'll notice a difference in your interactions with yourself and others. May you be more loving and kind to others and especially yourselves. Releasing your palms now, bringing them to touch at your heart center in the area of your heart chakra. Bring your chin in toward your chest. Deepest gratitude to our bodies and our breath. Be able to move this in this way. Deepest gratitude to ourselves for showing up. Always half of the battle. Bringing your thumbs to touch the space in between your eyebrows. Your third eye center, the space of all knowing. And the light and the dark in me honors the light and the dark in each one of you. Namaste. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, thank you.